Alright, this is September budget review. Today is the 3rd. I meant to record this 2 days ago, but I got a little sidetracked. Anyways, here we go. Okay, so I only spent in 4 categories this month, which is pretty typical for me. I have around 8 categories in my budget, I think, but I think 3 or 4 of them are just like savings. And because this month I didn't have a job, it was just the spending categories, you know. Another thing to mention, this was my first month by myself, completely. In August, I moved in like halfway through the month, so like I said, half the month by myself. But another thing to note is that my dad came to visit me for a week, and so we were going out almost every night, and he was paying for it, so that kind of helped cover grocery costs for a week. Anyways, so my gas cost was $40. My dad actually gave me $30 because he wasn't picking me up and taking me there. He wanted to basically give me the gas money or whatever. I mean, I told him it was okay, but whatever, I'll take it. So I did spend $40 on gas this month, but my dad gave me $30 for it, so I actually only spent 12, like 28, because he gave me money for something else, but we're gonna go over that. And then my food cost for this month was $118. Again, that's pretty low because my dad did cover a lot of my food costs for an entire week. Even still, that's pretty good. I set my budget at like $250, which I think is pretty reasonable for me, and even if I had that extra week, that's significantly below. The next category is laundry. Because I'm in college, we have a shared laundry room, and you have to pay $125 to wash and $125 to dry, so that's $250. I usually do my laundry every week, so I budget $10 every month for my laundry. And then the final one is just my other category. This covers basically any groceries that is not food, I put in there, and then anything else I'm choosing to spend money on. If I ever go out to eat, I'm gonna put it in that category. You know, it's kind of like any of the extra stuff that I don't necessarily need. So normally I budget $100 for this. This month I have spent 121, which is kind of similar to what happened last month. I feel like because I'm buying still a lot of things to kind of get settled, it was a lot higher than I expected to be. So to break it down, I spent like $40 on a vacuum, which I'm obviously not gonna need another vacuum next month. I spent $20 on an iron, I'm obviously not gonna need another iron next month. And then parking at the theme park, my dad did give me money for that, so after taking that out, I only spent around $89. Only, I think it was about 30 of which, or 35, was actually like things that I would need on a recurring basis. So this month I spent $288, which is pretty good, I would say. Like I said, I had that one week where I wasn't really paying for anything. But usually I would say I'm like on track for around 400 a month, and that's just like what I'd be spending on the regular. Big news, I just got a job like a couple days ago. I haven't had my first day yet, but that's another story. So I'm thinking once that comes in, I'm gonna start putting more money towards my savings account. I do have a couple goals that I want to pay for once I get out of school, so I need to start putting away money now. The video is about to go out. One last thing before I post it. I think it's like 3 minutes and 30 seconds already, but so it is like longer than a lot of my other videos. If you guys want to see longer videos, just let me know. I think when I post this on YouTube, it's gonna have to go under a regular video. Obviously I'm gonna be doing this every month because it's just like my monthly review. Um, but yeah, just let me know. That's it. Sorry for being a little late, but you know, we get there when we get there. Bye.